So I want to talk about an interesting concept here, and this concept is something that I think gets overlooked quite a bit, and it's regarding nutrition. And we can think about nutrition as this ever-moving point that is changing minute to minute. And what I mean by that is, well, our body's always burning fuel, and our nutrition doesn't just follow 24-hour cycles. Like when you wake up, it starts up brand new again, and you start from square one. Our ability to fuel ourselves and our nutrition is always constantly moving because our body is very dynamic, and that's just the way it works. Now, what I want to talk about here is the idea of nutrition accumulating either in a positive or negative way. And what I mean by that is an interesting post Marie Spano put out, and I'll put the picture of it right here, I think I will, about carbs and the idea that if we slowly miss our mark on the amount of carbs we should eat, carbs reflecting our ability to refuel ourselves in this case, we might not feel it one day to the next, but that lack of adequacy in refueling eventually accumulates to a point where we might actually have some level of disturbed performance. So just like that of training, where we can train one day really hard, train 2 days really hard, train 3 days really hard, and eventually you'll get to a point where you're fatigued due to not just one single day of training, but the accumulation of all three. That same concept can happen with nutrition and not adequately hitting your nutritional needs. So what can happen is you can train Monday, you can train Tuesday, you can train Wednesday, and all 3 of those days you felt great, but come Thursday, you're fatigued and you're now not doing as well as you thought you would, even though the training itself wasn't very difficult. What happened was our nutrition didn't meet the demands of training. So we can kind of think about this concept in a simplified manner. Just imagine if we fell below 10% of our required needs, we'd begin to feel the fatigue. Now what can happen is Monday you might go to 97, Tuesday you go to 94, Wednesday you go to 92, now you don't refuel, and then Thursday you go to 89% and now you feel that fatigue because of 10% reduction. That's one way it can accumulate. Another way is over a longer period of time through more suboptimal means of recovery that looks something like this. Monday you refuel back up to 99%. Tuesday you refuel back to 100%. Wednesday you refuel back to 95. Thursday you refuel but only back to 92. And slowly you have a net negative over time, and then you feel the impacts of fatigue. So when we talk about accumulated fatigue and accumulated lack of recovery, it's not just from a training standpoint, but it can also come up from a nutrition standpoint as well. And that's something we don't talk about often, is the accumulated fatigue or accumulated lack of recovery that can happen when our nutrition is suboptimal. So something I wanted to share with y'all, and something I found very interesting in this post, like I said, from Marie Spano. Go check her page out, it's awesome. And just a great post because it really got you thinking about the dynamics of how nutrition works, because so often we think about it in this isolated 24-hour cycle versus this ever-changing, ever-moving target. So I appreciate you guys listening. If you enjoy, please give me a like. Comment below, what are some of your nutritional mistakes that come up when you do this? When you work out, are there certain areas that you miss on? I know for myself, it's not necessarily carbohydrates, but hydration's a big issue. I forget to drink water, and that seems to accumulate and lead to some fatigue for myself. For others, maybe it's protein, carbs. I don't care what it is. Share your thoughts. Let's get a conversation down below. I'm interested in hearing it. And again, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for all the support so far on this page. As always, appreciate y'all listening, and take care.